Hey there, I'm Maria, the self-care coach. Welcome to my living room. Today I want to talk to you about why I'm a self-care coach. What brought me to this? So, a lot of people ask me, like, what does it mean to be a self-care coach? And so I'll give you a little bit of an insight into that too, what it looks like to work with me as a self-care coach. So what brought me to this work was a prayer. I had a prayer. I think I was in college, and my prayer was, please help me to find the quickest, easiest, and most inexpensive way to help people heal. Period. That was my prayer. And a lot happened after I said that prayer. I had reason to look for healing for myself. And along the way, I got that question answered. I got that prayer answered. And the answer wasn't a short answer necessarily, but at the heart of all of it, like at the heart of all of the things that brought me to healing was self-care. And when I talk about self-care, I really mean the relationship between me and me. So that relationship you have between you and yourself. So really tending to that relationship, that's how I see self-care. So what I noticed in my experience was that when I gave that relationship time, attention, focus, and when I worked at it, just like you work at any relationship, when I really worked at it, when I really put effort into it, and when I kept myself open to what source or what a higher power thinks about me, feels about me, knows about me, that I was able to remodel that relationship, that I was able to see myself really differently, and that oftentimes the catalyst was some simple self-care practice. My favorite by far is Abhyanga, which is an Ayurvedic self-oil massage. And just doing that, applying warm oil to my body, going over each part and sending it love and appreciation really changed things for me. It was like this light bulb moment in my self-care journey. And so in doing this, I started picking up more and more tools, because what you ask for, you get only every time. So I was looking and finding, and enter yoga, enter Ayurveda, enter essential oils, enter all of these things into my experience, enter meditation, that really helped me support that relationship with me. And so that's why I became a self-care coach, because I was able to watch my life change so drastically over a period of time. Like, whew, so much different. I felt, not even what it looked like from the outside, but just to know how much better I felt, and to know that I could go from feeling that bad to this good without chemicals, without substances, without, like, really genuinely in a sustainable way. So it wasn't like once I was over here, I was afraid I was going to slip all the way back to here. Maybe I'd go back, but only this far, as I, built momentum in this better direction. So that's why. And then what does the self-care consult, or what does a self-care call look like with me? So before I work with any client, with everyone, I always talk to them, just give them 30 minutes of my time to understand what they're working on, to make sure that we're a good fit. And I really want to hear your story in that time. I'm not interested in talking, I'm really interested in listening. I'm going to ask some questions, and I might make some suggestions, but what I'm really interested in is, like, where are you? Where do you want to go? What are you working with? And then my favorite session is the first session, because we really get to unpack. We really you get to catch me up to speed even more. And then I already come into that first call with ideas, because I have all of my clients fill out an intake form before, like a pretty extensive intake form, before we have our first call together. And so I come in with some ideas. And my other favorite thing is that, what's really important is that this is not my self-care. This is your self-care. This is my client's self-care. So when I'm having conversations about, how about this? What do you think of this? I'm never saying, like, this is what you should do. I'm asking, how does this feel to you? Does this sound exciting? Does it sound resonant? Does it sound relevant? If the answer is no, I have no attachment to what you decide to do. But I want to be a facilitator, because I've been in your shoes, and I'm happy to help you take steps in the direction that you want to be going in. So our consults, or our calls, our sessions will look a lot like a conversation with a friend who's a really good listener. That's my job, to be a really good listener, and to offer advice when it's welcomed, but not to offer you a barrage of things to do or overwhelm you with more long to-do list. That's really not the point at all. But kind of like, one of my gifts is being able to see your blind spots in your beliefs, like things that you're missing or things that you're not aware of. So kind of gently bringing you around to awareness of new things so you can have insights about yourself that will take you further on your journey. That's also one of my favorite parts of working together. But that's how our calls go. They kind of carry on from there. And both of my programs will have us working together at least for 10 weeks at the very least. And you have 2 weeks in between calls to implement the things that we've talked about, to practice, to experiment. It's always an experimentation. There's nothing you have to do. It's just about like, when I do this, how do I feel? Is that worth adding in or making this sacrifice or whatever? So that's kind of the story. It's very organic. I have specific questions that I ask during specific sessions, but it's dictated by the individual and what you need and what you come with and what you come to a particular session with. Maybe we're working on one thing for 3 calls and then like something else happens in your life. Well, that's where we go. I'm interested in what's present for you. I'm interested in what's up for you. And I found that just having this person, me, the self-care coach, just having someone to bounce these ideas off of, someone to hold you accountable, someone to give you insight or inspiration, or to be like, hey, I've been there, trust me, you can do this. It's been really powerful for people. And so I love getting to be that support. It's so amazing to see my clients' faces after a call when they're like, this is really good. I feel better already and I haven't even implemented. So that's what really brings me joy and keeps me at this. And nothing is more exciting to me than the idea of people falling back in love with who they are and starting to see their brilliance and their gifts and their beauty and what's unique and indispensable about them. And so that's what I'm interested in for you. I'm really interested in you tapping into your heart. That's a story for another day, but tapping into your heart, why you're here, what your purpose is, and being able to feel empowered to live out of that space and to make the impact that you know you were born to make, because none of us are here randomly. None of us are here without a purpose. We all came with a purpose. All of our purposes are different, but they all work together. And so that's definitely something that makes this work so exciting, is helping people reveal to themselves their beauty and for them to really be able to love and appreciate what they see when they look in the mirror. So thank you for tuning in and learning a little bit about my self-care journey and what it's like to be coached by me. And if you have any questions, definitely reach out. Any comments, drop them in the section below. And if you know someone who would benefit from this video, definitely share it up and give it a like if you enjoyed it. Well, I look forward to seeing you on my next video right here in my living room. Have a great rest of your day.